Whenever there is a Gujarat match, our good friend from the US of A,
Mr. Patel.
Ricky Patel.
Mr. Patel, he will always come. He is Patel from the US. He must. Ricky, please tell us, you or anyone in your family owns a motel or not? Because all motels are owned by Patels in the US. I have not been. He is US returned. He will be able to tell you. Is it?
Sorry?
All motels are owned by the Gujaratis.
Is it?
Yeah.
No idea.
They're the motel kings of US. And not only Gujaratis, by the way, Patels in particular. Specifically, Patel.
I'm sure they'll do much better than the Punjab kings, the motel kings.
The Punjab kings are also kings in the US.
But a different part actually.
Yeah.
America.
And also to the north also.
Canada.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Canada. Anyway, what a game! It's 4 games in a row.
Fifth
which have
consecutive.
gone- Fifth or fourth?
Five.
How 5?
It started, LSG RCB. Then you had MI and DC. Fourth CSK RR. This fifth.
No. MIDC. was-
MIDC did
Yeah.
2 runs, one ball.
Two.
It did,
And then?
unfortunately.
Then CSK RR yesterday.
Fifth game.
Fifth game.
This is first 6, 7, 8,
It's a
10
promise.
games.
It's a promise that
What?
IPL has made to all the fans in the country.
That we will come alive.
Yeah.
No, but it could have gone like this, now. One good game like this, then one poor, one good one. But it didn't go like this. It's gone like 10 flat games, now 5 in a row at this level. I don't know whether they'll continue to be 5 more and finish like that. But it's going to take us time to gather our thoughts. I'm a bit taken aback whether this match has finished. Or how much time rather it's taken for this match to finish, because I feel, I don't know about other conspiracy theories, but I just feel there's one, that they're hell-bent on not allowing us to finish the show early and go home. Because today was a perfect day. I had discussed it with everyone. It's like today the 100%, the way first Punjab batted, the amount of runs that they got, after that the way the Gujarat team were cruising, both the openers. I said today 100%, there is no way that the game will go towards the last over. It will finish at least 5 overs prior to that. But here we are, last over finish, again a close game. In fact, even though I had picked Gujarat, I was 50-50 towards the end.
You said 5 overs before. Gargi was optimistic 10:30. 10:30 p.m. That was the way. How was
Wild guess.
Yep.
I just said, come in, bang bang, go home. But nothing of that sort happened.
It came in, but there was no bang bang, and it'll be a
It
while
was
before we
happening.
all go home.
It was happening. But I want to know from everyone, why and how did we reach here? Why did the game go to the last one?
I think batters are taking their time. I don't know why, but they are.
No, but I want to know why. Anybody?
Me. This is the worst side of Shubman Gill's batting. That he can sometimes slow down a little too much.
Did he slow down? I thought he was.
No, it was Saha who was the more aggressive of the two early on,
Yeah.
and then later on he did kind of slow off a tad.
Yeah, he was.
But that's the nature of his game, Shubman Gill. That's how he plays. Just that maybe he miscalculated, or he thought that the others. In fact, this has been. Majority of these matches, if you see all these matches that have gone right till the last ball or last over, the problem has been those middle overs.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the players, all the teams, they have slowed down.
But I'm saying that if you're going to look at Shubman, I'm saying this is a game you're chasing 150. This is not a 180 game, 190.
Yeah.
At 150 chase, 136 strike rate, I'm taking any day. So I don't think he's below par at all. I think the ones who cost you the game is Sai Sudarshan. He's been good in the tournament so far, but and to a larger extent, more than Sai Sudarshan, Captain Hardik Pandya. And I don't mind, we'll all talk about it, I don't mind saying it, that his batting now for some time has, if you're a fan of Indian cricket, if you're a fan of the Indian team, you need to be worried, because I am. It's not just always about runs, but you can go through a bad phase, but also like it's been an extended bad phase now that he's had. Plus, He was always known, even in bad times, that he could still have the skill or the batting ability to tonk the ball anytime and up the run rate. But even that's not happening. Last IPL it worked really well, because I think everyone else around him was playing a different role. So he thought at that time, let me play the anchor role. But now if Shubman is going to play that way, assuming that very correct way, Sai Sudarshan is good, he can get you a lot of runs, but I don't know whether he's a 160, 170 strike rate batsman. And if Hardik is also going to play that role, then more often than not, your David Millers, your Tewatias will have to do the job, or maybe Rashid Khan, which he did. But that may come off someday, may not come off someday.
Today, the problem also towards the end, even Miller was finding it difficult. He was not middling the ball, and whatever shot he did, it took a superb stop from Rishi Dhawan to ensure that a boundary was denied. So that is why it went to the final over. But even there, Karan was nailing the Yorkers. Normally Miller gets underneath them. He was not doing that today. Beaten for the pace, beaten for the length. So it took something audacious from Rahul Tewatia to ensure that you got the run, you got a victory with one ball to spare.
I don't know, was the pitch not as good as we thought it was?
Maybe that's what I was thinking, because we might have been proven wrong if someone batted better. I mean, the second batting, whoever came to chase batted better, but both of these teams had a similar kind of batting performances. So maybe it's the pitch that's a little bit slow. Maybe the ball is, I don't know.
I would say all the Punjab bowlers, they took a leaf out of Harpreet Brar's book. What was his main line? Stump to stump. Stump to stump, that is why they just could not get him off. Just 1-4 he conceded in this entire bowling innings. Just 1-4. On the other hand, Punjab were hamstrung by that fifth bowler. Rahul Chahar and Matthew Short combined to give away 32 runs. But look at Harpreet Brar, 4 overs, 1 for 20, stump to stump, just around off stump. After that 1-4 he hit, no one could make sense of it, because the likes of, you look at Pandya came under pressure because he was not scoring, threw his wicket away. Same you can say with Sai Sudarshan, not able to score, threw his wicket away.
What is it with Hardik Pandya? I have shared my thoughts.
I think that, oh my God.
Brilliant.
I think that template of him trying to do a Dhoni is going on the opposite end, because he's given up his swashbuckling batting. It's too much responsibility. I get it, you want to be responsible, but that doesn't have to be every game. Play according to the situation. Today you could have played a slam bang 30-40, the game was gone, but he was really struggling to get the ball away. Couldn't do it.
This is the problem of taking the game way too deep. It can go either way.
He got it.
It can go either way.
No, I'm saying forget deep. I'm saying in general, whichever way Hardik has been playing, have you been okay with his batting?
No.
Not just today. What is it that's happening?
See, after that semi-final against England, where he was the swashbuckling Hardik Pandya, I don't know why he's curbed his natural instincts. Even if he's not the captain, you're saying responsibility, but where does he have that leadership role that often in white ball cricket, barring T20s?
So now he's captain in T20s.
Barring T20s, I said. ODI cricket also, he's curbed down that natural instinct of his attacking instinct.
ODIs, we've hardly played any ODIs in the last couple of years. Test match he's already not playing. So T20 is the only format that he's been playing regularly and consistently. Problem, see, this Hardik Pandya that we've seen in the last 3 odd years is not the same Hardik Pandya that we used to see earlier.
Why? That's what I want to know. Can you pinpoint a reason? Why is he not the same? Is it a complete loss of form, or?
See, he has limitations, to be very honest. He also has limitations, especially those hard length deliveries just outside the off stump or outside the off stump. Whenever the ball is close to his body, he does struggle. And I think I'll agree to an extent with Shane that he is picking up from what Dhoni has always done in his career, trying to take the game deep and then wait for the opposition to panic or make a mistake. But unfortunately, I think the times and T20 cricket has changed. If you are saying that if you actually want to pick a team some things, if you want your team to play in a fashion that England has been playing in the last few years, and you're picking your team on those bases, you've left out Rohit Sharma, you've left out Virat Kohli, KL Rahul, even Shikhar Dhawan in this T20 team, it means that's the model that's been working. And I think if you want to take the game too deep, I think those days are over now. You want to finish the game
quicker,
as early as possible.
I think one reason I feel, or maybe two, because as all of you are pointing out, and so does Janaki Raman joining us, that maybe he's trying to do a Dhoni. I know this for a fact. Sometime you're so in awe of a player, and which I feel that Hardik Pandya is in awe of MS Dhoni. We've seen in the recent past, you've seen posts from him saying "my man," which is nothing wrong. I mean, it's great to idolize someone like a Dhoni, which is fantastic. And if that's helped him change from the brash personality that he was earlier, which is great, but that's great in personal life. As I think Rahul also points out, that maybe the Dhoni that we all loved was at a different time. Dhoni probably, if he was a 20-year-old today, and by the way, knowing Dhoni, he probably wouldn't have been playing like this if he came in as a 20-year-old. The beauty about him is he could have adapted to this kind of a form, and then maybe he would have played like the Dhoni that you would need today. So that's another thing. But I'm saying for him, one, I think he's in awe of someone like an MS Dhoni. So that is happening. And I think another fact that he has become a captain, the fact that he has become a captain in T20 cricket for the Indian team, and as a captain he was successful for Gujarat and took them to a title. I think somewhere he feels it's his responsibility to show everyone that he is,
responsible.
He's responsible.
Leading from the front.
He's the one around which the team will reward. He's not going to just throw away his wicket, because possibly sometime he may be, I don't know, reprimanding a player saying, why did you play this shot at this time? And he's like, if I'm going to be doing this. So all of this he's trying to do, which probably the captain Hardik Pandya may be harming the pure batsman Hardik Pandya, because I still can't believe. I agree that certain things that you've done, we started seeing bowlers bowling short to him and he kept making that same mistake, but then I've also seen sometimes he's figured out a way where he would just move back and then play a tennis ball kind of shot, get it. So I'm saying he has so much ability in that sense. He's a big hitter. He's quite a strong guy despite his very thin physique. I know that he has a strong core, so he can really whack it this side. I was there at the Oval, that knock that he played, which is a lost cause versus Pakistan in the final. But what it tells you is that the man can really whack it. So he has all that. Why is he letting it go just because he's a captain is beyond me. But then I also think so that how does anyone tell him, considering he can always say that, hey, this is the approach which got us the title last time, so shut up and let me do what I want to do. Unless there are a couple of seasons where they don't do well, then maybe you come and talk and tell me. I don't know.
And maybe also, see, you will improve your game only by playing. Half the time Hardik Pandya is not playing. So you have to have some game time. You can't just expect, you might be the best batsman or best cricketer in the world. It will take time for you to get into the groove, and that can only happen if you are playing regularly, you're playing consistently. But Hardik Pandya, because of those injuries, he has to sit out most of the times.
Yes, I mean, I agree that when Hardik Pandya came onto the scene, we started looking at him as a finisher, or someone who would get us, cruising through the middle overs and into one of those stages where you for a certain that you can win this match. But somewhere, I don't know, along the way, because of the injuries or the captainship, maybe things got lost in translation. He's holding himself back a little bit. Not sure. I think Hardik Pandya would be the best person to answer this question.
I mean, it's like maybe like I don't know, if I was to draw a parallel with us, like, we all start off as reporters. We're so excited to go out and do the hard work, and then at some level we become managerial guys, and we all love to be in office and manage those things. It happens to us. So I'm not just, so maybe he's realized that he's moved from being the foot soldier, the guy who like really goes out and he's supposed to do, to a general or a major or whatever rank, and he's that level. because now he needs the foot soldiers to go do the fighting, and he has to ensure that I don't know. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling, because I cannot believe that he doesn't have the ability. I know he has, because he's done it, and also he's not really like closing in on 40. That I think that his reflexes are gone. So in that also, but that's the feeling I get.
I mean, if you look at it, there is a technical deficiency also that has crept into Hardik Pandya, and that is the away-going delivery. Who troubled him the most in that Australia series when he got a chance to bat deep? It was Adam Zampa. Ironically, considering in 2017 he had tackled him brilliantly.
No, he was very good against spinners.
Yes.
He would just see them and whack them.
Now today, a left-armer, Harpreet Brar taking the ball away. Look at the shot that he played.
So in more ways, he's taking his Dhoni idolizing a little too far. Huh?
He's taking, I don't know about the Dhoni idolizing bit,
Nicely he's placed that.
but taking the game deep now is not the template anymore.
It's a risk.
Man,
It can go either way. That template finished in 2020. That's it. It ended in
I would
2020.
argue it finished earlier.
2019. Yep.
I anyway don't like that template because it keeps us here longer.
Oh no, but the problem is there are so many, you may say, family members who say, oh, that is good because a certain MS Dhoni
Got too much
pioneered
rallies
it.
yesterday, so
He's clearly fired up by whatever.
I mean, I am all okay for the adulation. Yes, he deserves the adulation because he is the greatest white ball captain we've ever had. Until 2017-16, he was your best batter by a long stretch of the
do you
match.
have a house in Chennai, or I'm just generally
I had a house.
no, you don't anymore, na?
No.
Then it's fine.
When grandfather died, that's it. All connections
Okay,
gone.
then go for it.
Yeah,
Continue.
because see, until 2017, he was your best batter. He was aggressive. He used to perform on a regular basis. But after 2019, sorry, it ended. It ended.
Okay.
There are more failures in that period of taking the game too deep than there is
I tell
success.
you today.
Shivam pad liya.
No. Okay, I'll just take the comment. Shubman wants us to. By the way, we spoke about the wicket not being very good. So Shubman Gill did come after the match, and he did point out to the fact that the pitch got a bit tricky towards the second half. Shivam,
With
please.
the old ball.
With the old ball, no, so I can't read it
It was challenging to
just
bat against the old ball.
no. So he says wicket got a bit challenging in the end, was harder to hit sixes with the old ball. By the way, I think the first six that came in the inning was at the 14th over or something, which Shubman got. So with the new ball also they were not hitting sixes, but I can't complain because the strike rate was very good. So he said it's a big ground. Was important to keep hitting the gaps, run as hard as possible. I should have finished the match.
Yes.
I like this. Taking responsibility. Rahul Tewatia and Kings 11 is a love story.
Of course. Sheldon Cottrell versus
Again, a left-hand pacer with
exactly Sam Curran.
Sam Curran.
Yes. And previous year, Odin Smith left. I mean, right now, but against Punjab Kings. GT was on 2 sixes.
So he says in these type of games there's definitely pressure on both teams. It's about trying to minimize the dot balls. Yeah, everything is done. But on the subject of Tewatia, poor guy doesn't get a lot of chance to bat.
And he's not even bowling these days.
Yes.
Exact. My point is,
He has been kept in that team only for one purpose.
But I'm saying how difficult it must be that he doesn't get a chance to bat regularly, and one of those games he has to come, he has to finish it also. Incredible, yeah. That ability is incredible. Hats off.
A.B. Tewatia for a reason.
Incredible. I mean, I can agree, like someone who's been batting and has got a few good knocks under him, so he comes in and smacks those 2, 4 sixes. Poor, not even. Of course, he's batting in the nets and wherever, but in match situation.
He's bowling really well during domestic cricket. I think he was the 3rd or 4th highest wicket taker
In the
side.
Mushtaq Ali, yes.
Not bowled a ball here.
Though today, I don't blame them. Their bowlers were so good. I mean, you really didn't need anybody. Today they did the job.
But I think normally
Even Hardik didn't bowl, did he?
No, Hardik didn't bowl at all.
So because you didn't really need to.
Was this Tewatia's first knock in IPL 2023?
I think he came out to
yeah,
bat.
no, I think he
earlier.
came out to bat in the first match.
Yeah, I think so.
GTCSK.
Where at the time where Rashid won it for them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rashid
yeah,
Khan
Rashid Khan,
came and
yes.
finished off the
He
game.
didn't bat against KKR.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
didn't.
that one game he batted. That Rashid came and finished it. Where we said that look at their batting.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Rashid came and whacked it. towards the end and they won. It was a close. I think it was the first game only.
Yeah, first game.
Yeah. So
Wow.
it was the first game only. Okay, lots of super chats. Are going to take all of them one by one. Who should we start with? This one, Shivam?
Yeah, let's start with this. I should.
Okay, we'll start with this. Don't take a thing.
Don't grab, it's okay.
Sai Srivastav says this overrate punishment to restrict fielders is a nonsense rule. I'm guessing.
No use rule.
Acha, no use. Oh, okay, no use rule. I feel
Example.
Acha, example. Yeah, you read this.
Okay,
You
I
read
feel
Mingo
example.
Haji.
Gen Z.
If GT could bowl only 17 overs in 90 minutes, they should be able to bat only 17, and PBKs will bowl only overs they can manage in 90 minutes.
So this was the rule that used to be there in ODI cricket, if you
Yes.
remember, for the longest time. But in ODI cricket, I think you could afford to have this rule because of course 2-3 overs make a difference, but not as much as the difference that it will make in a 20 over game. Can you believe? And by the way, I am still okay with this rule. I don't know what you guys have to say, but I know that in a game where franchises are paying crores and crores for teams and managing, I don't think any of them is going to take this very lightly. I think they will all be up in arms. Where in a game where the overs have not finished in time and they are not allowed to bowl and they end up losing the match, and some of the owners are very powerful as well. I don't think it's feasible here.
Because the current rule, I mean, I agree with this one, but it's a no use rule because it's not proving to be a deterrent. Today also, your first innings took over close to 2 hours. Even now, it just ended over 20 minutes back, 20-25 minutes back.
20.
You are exceeding by 10 to 15 minutes every single time. We had kind of gotten over that in some games after match number 10. Some games finished on time, but you're back to the same thing over and over again.
I think you're right in the sense that the deterrent is just not strong enough. So it's like, I remember doing a video on this on Sports Today about what other sports do. The punishment is very strong. So for instance, in baseball, if you don't pitch the ball within that 15-20 second mark, if the pitcher is dealing, it will be called a ball.
Yeah,
If he
instead of a
overstays.
strike.
And if the batter is delaying, if the 20 seconds they can't get it off, first strike, or second strike, or third strike, you're deterred instantly because you don't want that strike, you don't want that ball.
Or like in tennis where you only have a 24-second for the
Yeah,
serve.
serve.
Yes.
NBA.
NBA 24-second for the
24 second
clock.
shot clock. If you
Yeah, in
don't
tennis
respect,
also you have to serve.
turnover.
24 only, I think it
Yes,
is, right?
24.
Between the two serves. Though there is another. I mean, we're just digressing, but I know in tennis people say that with Nadal and all, nobody calls it.
Because what happens is the loophole here is that the point clock or the serving clock starts once the umpire calls the point.
Yes.
So they'll delay calling the point.
So I mean, but I don't know what they can do. I have a slightly contrarian point of view or out of the box point of view. What if we keep complaining about timings and we keep saying that it finishes so early? What if the stakeholders are okay with longish games?
That's what I've been saying because IPL it's not too scandalous to say that IPL is here for money.
It's not scandalous.
Sorry.
IPL is here for money.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't
No,
think
she's
they
like it's
have
too
She's like, it's
scandalous
not
to
too
say.
scandalous to say. Not at all.
No.
Because you have
Have you seen our shows before?
these are all business houses
Yeah.
who are the owners here.
I know. So I don't think they have a problem with being on air for too long.
No.
Exactly, ma'am.
But then if the stakeholders said there was a reason why the IPL was bought ahead. Initially the games would begin at 8 o'clock. But then now it's been at 7:30 for the last 4 to 5 years because research had pointed out that after 10:45, everybody had said that the viewership dips at that point.
No, there is another problem to it. One of the franchisees didn't want it. And B
Didn't want as in longer.
didn't want a 7:30 start.
Yeah.
Didn't want a 7:30 start because the city is very crowded, so not everybody can reach the venue on time.
yeah.
Not talking about the players or the officials. I'm
Yeah,
talking about the crowd.
I know.
Yeah, and second is the broadcaster.
But the
Broadcaster.
owners could reach helicopter or somewhere.
Owners too can do anything.
asking.
And
Grappling hook also.
And second is the broadcaster, which is the biggest stakeholder because they are the ones who pump in
Yeah.
Those thousands of crores. So they have always wanted an early start, a 7:30 start. Somehow, all these suggestions were vetoed by, as I said, some of the franchisees. And because what happens is after 11, the ad rates also go down.
Yes.
So it doesn't make sense for them, for the broadcaster, that all these games they stretch beyond 11 o'clock. So, for example, if you would start a game at 8 p.m., almost if you are finishing a game at 11:30, 11:25, that would mean an 8 o'clock start would mean the game is ending at
12 o'clock.
Midnight. So almost 1 hour of that entire game, the ad rates will be very low.
But my other point was, fair enough. The other point is that, okay, I agree that 7:30 they wanted it, but the problem is not so much 7:30. They're okay with these 4 hours. So even a broadcaster is okay that longer ad rates may drop, but at least I'm getting 4 hours of ad time.
Yes. And also, half an hour I can still split from 10:30 to 11:30. Half an hour I can still have after 11 p.m. because they know it tells you that as it is they have resigned to the fate that the games will be all these games will be a 4-hour game, for example. All these games. So they have also resigned to the fate, whatever you may do, you impose fines, penalties, anything and everything. Matches will go on for 4 hours.
And maybe they're fine, as I said. They're okay because at least 3.5, if you're saying 3.5 till 11 is 3.5, which is giving them full ad rates. And half an hour additional for more ads, which is less ad rates.
You ask
still more money.
You ask the broadcaster. The broadcaster may want a 7 p.m. start, and he is told that we have 5-hour games.
He'll take it. Take it.
Put in as many strategic timeouts in between or anything.
Revert back to the old one. You used to have a 10-minute break, but give the teams two of them. 20 minutes in strategic timeout. As it is, they take that much time anyway.
How much time?
20 minutes per innings. They're taking that much extra time anyway.
5-minute strategic timeout.
Yeah.
Satyajit Shinde saying, Sid, have you requested for Z-level security? No, he said I don't need it.
Not needed. I mean, I hope it's not needed.
He doesn't even come in a bulletproof car. He'll take the Uber taxi, whatever.
Bike.
He has a bike.
No.
You don't have a
You
bike?
can take a Uber taxi bike.
You told me that
It got stolen. I'm gonna buy it.
But you told. I remember.
I have to buy it.
Huh?
I have to buy
Salt
it
on
soon.
his wounds. Nah, yeah. Come on, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the chili powder on the wounds was it got stolen on my birthday. The chili powder on the wound was that it got stolen on my birthday.
That means somebody wants you to buy.
Some well-wisher wanted to buy a new bike, so I said, "Chalo, let's."
But I remember, I know this story that your bike got stolen. But I remember after that also you said I came on a bike.
Taxi. Yeah.
Taxis now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He forget Z-level security. He's not even car security. He's coming in the open. He said, "I don't scare."
Man of the people.
Salman may get bulletproof cars, but Siddharth is saying,
in the heat, in the May heat of 48-49 degrees, I still come in that. So
Yeah, bikes are risky, man.
He has Hummer also, but he doesn't take it out.
risky, but
Fuel costs are
you have to live with a bit of risk. What to do?
Hummer? Hummer is a risk.
Hummer. I don't think I can even think about it for 6-7 generations.
Yeah, come on, yaar, you are underestimating your kids.
Power of the common man.
No, children also.
Children will get something better.
You
Children will get something better than a Hummer.
But then why are you saying 7th generation? Maybe the next generation only, your daughter only earns so much, she'll buy 5 Hummers.
If there is an Uparwala, I hope so.
You don't have any hopes from your daughter. Your daughter will get you.
I pray.
Yeah, she will. She'll gift you a Hummer one day.
Not me, let her use it. Let her
gift
use
you
it.
something which you want.
Yeah.
Scooter, so that you have to go.
Bajaj Chetak scooter.
Scooters are very expensive these days. I didn't know.
You wanted to buy one?
No. Yesterday, Sajak got one.
Electric?
No.
Not electric.
So I said, how much does it cost? Because I remember they used to cost somewhere around 30, 40.
Yeah, those
45.
days have gone.
Huh?
75, 80.
Arre 90,000, yeah?
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, of course.
Mine cost 80.
Which word?
You
are you-
might as well buy a car then.
Yeah, but car, because 2 lakh mein it's not like you're getting a car.
Yeah, still it is safer at least.
See, as
No,
someone who
but-
bought a car, I can
Where do
relate
you
to
get
this.
the money?
Huh?
Where do you get the money to?
Yeah, everyone wants to buy.
No,
but
no,
they
I
need
am
money.
saying how much does it
Not
cost
like
to
you,
buy?
you get an SUV which you can take
Or
to the
any other
hills
grand
and-
luxury car.
You to have nothing.
I
na?
don't have a regular low ground clearance. car.
Yeah.
I have a SUV.
He calls himself low.
Ah.
Low ground clearance.
Low ground clearance, okay. I would want her to give me some vintage bike.
Amazing.
So, because how much does it cost to buy a
Car?
buy an Alto?
The real question is who would want to buy an Alto?
Hey,
Yeah,
the
why?
hills, na? Alto
Come
the
on, yeah.
number one car.
Exactly. Have you been?
Yeah, when I was a kid,
Have you
I
been-
also had
No,
a
now also.
Have you been to Dharamshala? Siddharth has been to.
Yeah.
You know those. In fact,
Toughest terrains.
Yes.
everywhere.
Number one cabs over there.
Yeah.
They'll reach everywhere.
Yep.
No, Alto is still
Fantastic.
available. Would you
And
say?
buy-
Still available, but I think nowadays most people prefer going for other options. We should.
No, but why?
I
I'm
don't
saying
know
if
why.
you want,
Ask them.
if you want to spend a lakh on a bike, which I think is unsafe.
No, but there are different advantages of bike. You know, you want to go to sabzi wala, doodh wala, whatever.
No, I
the
agree.
bike take you. Traffic, anywhere.
No,
you can
and
go.
in Delhi's.
Even if you want to go to the Upperwala also, then
No,
why
I-
will
They are the
take
biggest
you?
menaces on the road. man.
No, and anyway, Delhi's streets are such. If you buy a car, you are going to struggle for parking anyways.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah.
There are lots of advantages of bike. Okay, answer the question by Meet Soni. He's asking, Rahul sir, if Ashwin comes into the ODI World Cup 2023, what would you react to that?
I think he should be there. He
Yeah.
should be there in the ODI World Cup. Because who is the off spinner that you are left with? At least Washington Sundar is one. I don't know but he's injury prone. Ashwin, even though he's a slow fielder, not the best in that team, but maybe I think he will still make it to the
What if you
World
don't
Cup.
need an off spinner?
What if you need? Because what if the demand comes from the team management, just like
Yeah.
it came the
Last
last
year.
time?
Like Jayant Yadav sometime can be useful also.
But Ashwin, I think, will be given the preference. By the way, Jayant also can
Yeah.
bat.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That's why.
Century at number 9.
Yes.
I'll never know new guy Ritik Shokeen if he does outstandingly well,
But for that to happen, something else will have to happen.
which is
Huh?
which is what he has to do well. What else does he have to have? He has to keep taking wickets.
No, I'm sure. But I'm saying if he has to make it to the Indian team, then somebody else will have to make it to some other team.
Acha.
Team
Okay,
and team.
good. So many Shivam super chat. Give us.
ये पागल आदमी है कि क्या बोलते रहते हैं ये लोग हैं किस
Please get us super chats.
I'd love to see the day when he's targeted. Then I will see if the boot is on the other foot.
Yeah,
then.
Who is
he's
targeted?
enjoying it.
If
He
this
enjoys
guy-
all the things.
he's a
targeting
troublemaker.
Siddharth, he's saying take that.
He's a big time troublemaker. I realized this one thing. He's a sadist who takes pleasure in others. This thing. So he's a big time troublemaker.
Yeah.
So our producer Shivam likes to be a big time troublemaker, and that is why Aditya Mohanty, get over it, bro. That's it.
Okay, Shubham Garz, it's funny to say Hardik is modeling team on English team when you have Gill and Ishan as openers. Both have limitations against spinners and 150 bowlers. No, not so much Gill. I don't think he doesn't get hurried
have
by
any
pace.
weaknesses. Well, Ishan though, he has a weakness against the ball that swings, ball that bounces, ball that spins. Any ball that isn't pata wicket, slot ball, he will struggle.
Okay, Shubham Gar is saying Sid is right. Virat always likes to be ahead in the chase, barring that Pakistan World Cup game. He has told multiple times waiting game often results in losses.
Fair.
Well, okay.
What okay? Be happy. Is...
Yeah, I am happy. I have learned not to be too happy,
Okay,
not to be
let's
too sad.
get everyone to answer. Gargi, Shane can answer this. Manchester Rising is asking, are GT being overconfident with their casual approach?
I don't think it's necessarily casual approach. Some days you're outplayed anyway. Some days there's tough conditions to face. Today was one of those days, like Shubman talked about, that the pitch was getting very slow at the end of the match. I think that's what happened, and the GT batters were a little slow in the middle overs. Every game cannot be a perfect game, so I don't think any team goes with a casual approach on the field.
No, absolutely. I agree with what she said, because I don't think GT were overconfident. I think they found it very tough to score in the middle overs. They were not able to score. The middle order struggled. They had strikers over 72 and 90. So, and as Gil also pointed out, it wasn't that easy to whack the long one here. So I don't think it's a case of their approach being wrong. I mean, they've won now 11 out of 12 games chasing.
Yeah. Oh, one word on Arshdeep. Yeah, how good was he with his Yorkers?
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
We're not giving credit. We're only talking about Gujarat batting not doing very well. Arshdeep has been outstanding, and I think, as Rahul pointed out earlier, that one problem area of his no balls also he's worked on by reducing his run up. But other than that, he's nailing the ball, the Yorkers, and he was getting today reverse swing here with the white ball.
Yes.
That too. I mean, it's a 20 over game.
I
Can you
know.
believe it? That early reversing the ball, incredible. Arshdeep, very impressive. But I want your thoughts on Rabada.
Rabada did.
Not good, yeah.
He's been struggling for form for the past 6 to 7 months.
But you dropped an Ellis.
And T20, Rabada has always been either hot or cold in T20s. You cannot just bank on somebody like.
But there were a few seasons he was outstanding.
Yes, I think he finished last to last.
Yes.
2020 was the purple cap
2020
winner.
he finished as the leading wicket taker, and at that time
Even
he
in
was playing with
2019. He was with Delhi Capitals.
Delhi Capitals.
Yeah.
And 2020, where did they finish?
They were in the final.
They were the finalists. Who played the finals last year?
Last year,
Rajasthan and
GT.
Who was the leading wicket taker?
Yajuvendra Chahal.
Where did they finish? Rajasthan Royals were the finalists.
Finalists.
So I think one of the reasons why
So you have to be a losing finalist to get the purple cap.
purple cap.
Acha, that is the word.
No, so I think with Rabada, I think a lot of people were surprised when DC chose to let him go and keep Nokia. But that is a decision that hindsight has proved they were 100,000% correct to take.
Yeah.
It was a big call.
Good on to the Delhi, whatever, management or
I mean, we
coaches or
criticize them a
whoever.
lot. but
Still
this
they are
is-
languishing at the bottom.
See, I just don't understand. Okay,
They
Rabada.
have no batting, they say. What is their batting?
रबाडा के बाद पर्पल कैप तक ही फाइनल पहुंची राजस्थान
अरे अभी बोल दिया ना तो हिंदी में क्यों बता रहे वही चीज अभी तो बताया पूरी चीज।
इस बार भी मार्कवुड के पास होगा
अच्छा so you want to reach the final and lose.
Who was the purple cap holder in 2021? Any idea?
Harshal.
Harshal
They didn't
Patel.
even make it to the
They didn't even make it.
Classic.
Harshal Vikram Patel. See, the problem with Rabada is he just came on reputation alone. He didn't have form behind him. And
What reputation?
No, he's
अच्छा
talking
now
about today.
now,
अच्छा I'm saying he's in
I am
came onto the
not, now,
scene.
today, 2023.
Ah, okay.
No, he's announced
Yeah.
the Indians, he'll announce the South Africans also, no?
No,
He'll annoy
because
everybody.
you dropped Nathan Ellis, who did very well in the ODI series against India,
that's correct.
and in the games against Rajasthan Royals, he bowled really. In fact, he was on a hat trick against the Rajasthan Royals. Why would you want to drop a bowler who's in good form and get in Rabada just because of a higher price tag, and also because he's not been in form for 6 to 7 months? Not just white ball, across formats.
And I thought initially, when they had not announced their teams, I thought Nathan Ellis will continue to play in this 11 only because he had done well for himself and for the team in the last few games. And Rabada, I believe he's a rhythm bowler. Just like most of the fast bowlers, he is a rhythm bowler, and maybe on these wickets, Indian wickets, he needs conditions. Some Rabada, if there is good carry on the wicket is fast. I think he needs all that, a lot of things to go his way for him to do well.
No, my point is, this was considered one of those fast tracks. Then it wasn't today.
It wasn't.
But I'm saying, why, if he's the local guy, and if you want to make him the trump card, then at least as a franchise make that kind of wickets, na? Play to your advantage, which they did not.
But
Arshdeep is there,
Yeah.
you got a Rabada there, you got a
Only
good
for Punjab, they're
But-
getting to play these many games at home. You never know. Majority
Yeah.
of most of their games could have been shifted to Dharamshala.
Yeah.
two games are
Played in
it.
Indore also, by the way.
Yeah.
What in
Guwahati also, I think, right? No,
Katak.
Katak, sorry, Katak.
Imagine.
Yeah, Katak.
But
so,
yeah.
so I'm sure something good has happened between the franchisee and the local cricket association,
Yes.
that they are actually getting around 5 games to play at home. Punjab Kings. Otherwise, they prefer to play outside Mohali or Punjab. They would prefer to play in Dharamshala, Indore, Cuttack, or
Vizag.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we cut slack over Rabada, he became the fastest to 100 wickets in the IPL today when he got that one.
Yeah, but all down
64,
to previous good seasons. No?
Not this match.
Yeah.
Manchester Rising is saying, because you're talking about players being Roy, saying sad to see Yash drop today, Yash Dayal. Nehraji conceded 24 once himself.
Yes.
Decision has been justified now.
I think it was against RCB.
Mohit
that
Sharma
he
is your
conceded.
player of the match.
Yeah.
But maybe it might be unfair on somebody like Yash Dayal, but then, as we always say, this is franchisee cricket.
Yep.
They are very ruthless.
No emotions.
Exactly.
See, actually, if you ask all of us, I think, and we spoke about it in the pre-match, I think all of us would have wanted to see Yash Dayal because you want to give him confidence. But then I think, as Rahul also points out, that there are no emotions for franchise cricket. Maybe we are far more emotional people. That's why nobody gives us a job in franchise cricket.
So Rahul is a franchisee. He has.
I don't have a franchisee.
He himself is a franchisee. Because when I said you have to feel a bit sorry for Yash Dayal, he said, why you have to feel sorry? It's the nature of the sport, nature of the
So he is
beast.
developing those franchise type.
You have one player.
I mean, he wasn't used as an impact player today at all. They didn't need him.
Yeah.
But I will still maintain he was
But
treated very
by the way,
unfairly.
that tells me that they still had him.
They still had him.
They could have got him.
They didn't use him.
Interesting. Which is what then takes me to the. I mean, that's why I'm saying, like a Hardik or whatever. When you have that kind of batting, why do you want to take it that deep?
Yeah.
Just go for
And
it.
if you look at Gujarat Titans template, their lower order has always done well.
Yeah.
The best thing about this is today Riddhiman Saha gave you a great start. He's been giving you a great start in all the games. That is why Gujarat Titans can take this liberty. Like, say, are they taking it too casual? No. They can actually take their time and plan their innings because Saha is giving them a good start. If he doesn't give you a good start, then I will be interested to see whether there is a plan B in the Gujarat Titans batting lineup.
Yeah, because since Saha is giving them a good start, the middle order batters have an advantage to bat against the bowlers who are already under pressure because of the good starts. But GT is not capitalizing on that situation.
Exactly.
But I think this season, especially, I think this trend will continue. This trend will continue the way because it's not with Gujarat Titans. You look at the game yesterday or a game day before that.
Sorry, what trend?
Slowing down.
Okay.
And this, I think, in the last few days, we've seen that most of the players, most of the teams, they tend to slow down in the middle overs. Just that, there have been a few cases like Rinku Singh played that blinder, Shardul Thakur played that blinder. One more guy, no?
Rather than Rinku, I would say Venkatesh played a blinder.
Venkatesh Iyer played that blinder, and there were a few.
Lot of them,
other.
Yeah.
So
Rahul
Akshar Patel.
Rahul Tripathi played.
Rahul Tripathi, Akshar played.
Even
Akshar Patel.
Rashid Khan.
So I think it's a trend because as the tournament progresses, the pitches will get slower and it will be difficult against the slow bowlers.
GGK is saying, he's a suggestion, not a question. He says Ashwin can solve our number 4 problem for India. He can be the backup opener also when required.
May keep wickets also.
If that happens, I'll replace the Erling Haaland song with Ashwin. Ashwin.
What song?
There's a song on Erling Haaland.
The footballer.
Footballer.
It was made during his time in Germany. Very weirdly catchy. It started with Haaland. So he's saying, I'll replace that wicket. Ashwin.
Legendary. I'll substitute one word in that for Ashwin.
Tata?
Not on my hair, please. Shad, you blew the
said it
surprise
so many
out.
times.
Yeah.
You said that so many times.
No, I had the lyrics in mind. I didn't want to say it on air.
Acha, Akash Vada wants to know, sir, pick one IPL batsman who you guys have enjoyed the most.
Watching.
His is AB and Suresh Raina.
Good call. Both of them.
Come on, let's start. Let's start with the only lady on our panel. All time IPL batsman you've enjoyed watching the most. Doesn't have to be the one who's got the most runs or anything. You
AB
just
de Villiers.
AB de Villiers, yeah, easy one. He's also picked.
For me, it's AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli, I believe.
Virat and AB, yeah.
Gale. Gale Storm. Oh, something else.
I actually don't know.
Think about it. We'll come to you. Siddharth can. Even I want to think. That's why. Siddharth, think about.
Because he gave you so much to talk about, MS Dhoni.
Whoa!
Because he
man
gave
is-
you so
Wait
much
a
to
minute.
talk
He-
about. Hardly
Smart.
he's played.
Exactly, है ना? Like Khatak se he.
Tewatia maybe.
Yeah, but hasn't played a lot. Hasn't played a lot. All time, no?
Yeah,
Hasn't played a lot. बहुत कम खेला है.
Very.
That's why I
Going
didn't
back
pick Tewatia. वरना मैं Tewatia बोल दूँ, not played much.
Yeah, I'm also trying to think.
I'm going with Brendan McCullum and Chris.
No, Brendan McCullum one knock, yaar.
नहीं, but 2015 he was good with CSK.
Arey, it's after 28 and
Yeah,
suddenly
all time. If you're going to pick one batsman you enjoyed the most, it'll be Brendan McCullum. Come on. In IPL.
Now, I'm a KKR fan and I'm not picking bats.
Yeah.
Please,
Not at all.
please. He was bad in KKR, boy. That's why you will never ever pick him. I know that.
Yeah, when you have, I'm just saying, when you have choices like David Warner, like MS Dhoni, like AB de Villiers, Suresh Raina, I mean, it's tough to put in a McCullum even in my top 5.
Yeah.
Shivam.
For that brief period, he was wildly entertaining.
Yeah,
but
but-
very brief
Who?
period.
Butler,
Sunil
without
Narine.
Butler.
Butler, yeah.
Butler,
good
yeah.
call, good call.
Gale is
Josh Butler.
Yeah, Chris Gale, I mean, I
picked
can
Gale.
understand
Gale.
that.
Yeah.
Can understand that.
Shubman.
I don't know who to go with, yeah. Maybe Gale, I guess. I go with Chris Gale.
Consistently, always
Yeah.
was there.
And just when he came out to bat, like everyone is glued to the TV because you know something will happen. Even when will he get out early today? Will a spinner be brought in quickly? Will he whack it? What is? Just the surround sound around Chris Gale coming out to bat was incredible.
The universe boss.
Yeah,
It's
the
very
universe.
entertaining.
True.
I'm just trying to think some of these players who played.
I would go for his current franchisee bowling coach, Lassit Malinga.
अरे batsman
Batsman,
पूछा है यार.
Only batsman. I thought he played bowler. Sorry.
One IPL batsman. You have picked MS Dhoni. Now change.
Yes.
I actually can't.
Oh,
Or
he's,
why not his mentor, Sangakkara, in this team?
But Sangha as an
But
IPL was
IPL,
hardly
no.
wishy-washy in the IPL.
No, yeah, can't. As I said, those 5-6 guys that I can think of, that's Gale, Warner, AB de Villiers, Suresh Raina,
Dhoni.
MS Dhoni, Virat Kohli
Yeah, Virat also.
Of course.
in IPL. Yeah,
He's the leading
Leading
run scorer.
run
yeah,
yeah.
Virat
Oh,
Kohli.
for that matter, even the Dilshan.
Nah.
Oh no, for the few years that he was there,
Not so much. I think
Not so
these
much.
6 guys are just
optimum.
Yeah, above
everyone.
Maybe you could say Kyron Pollard or Murli Vijay.
Pollard, yes.
Pollard, yes.
Yes, you're
Pollard.
right. Pollard, I could
Pollard,
put it.
yes, he's
Good
one match.
point. Pollard, yes.
Murli
That-
Vijay.
Murli Vijay.
Not bad.
No, but no, can't be in the top 7. Like with the range that we are talking about, then though you can even bring in Sky and various other batsmen. But I'm saying top 7, na, like that elite list.
more than one good season.
Yeah, like Yusuf Pathan also would have had an outstanding season.
Pathan only one season.
Mike Hussey.
Michael Hussey or Matthew Hayden.
Matthew
if you got-
Shane Watson
Watson also, but
Watson.
says
For CSK.
yeah.
and RR.
No, but that season where he won that
Title
game
with
final, it was a very horrible season for him. It was just that one game that he played.
18, right? That one century.
Same
That's
with
it.
Chennai also.
Chennai, I'm talking
He's
about
from
Chennai.
Chennai only. Yeah.
He won it in 2008 with Rajasthan.
मैकलम ने 109 मैचेस खेले आईपीएल और ऑलमोस्ट 3000 में
Still.
Yeah, but
Two
in
centuries.
top 7 mein, he doesn't fit in.
2 centuries. मतलब IPL में कितनी
He's-
centuries?
He has played about 14 years, Shane Watson, looking at it. 2008 all
No,
the way
he's
to
talking about Brendan McCullum.
McCullum, I think 20.
Not in this range. I'm not saying that he's not there, but at the top 7-8 players that we just took.
I think 16 he retired now, Brendan McCullum. 16 or 17.
If you had to pick bowlers, the would you pick? Enjoyed watching.
Malinga is,
Go to
I
the,
think,
Shivam.
is
नीचे
the
जाओ.
is the I think all-time greatest.
In bowling, yeah, bowling
Malinga.
will be a
Malinga.
tough one to beat Malinga. Maybe a Bravo to an extent with his slower deliveries, one after the other.
If I have to look at Indian talent, Amit Mishra.
Amit Mishra also, yeah. But I guess what Malinga did,
Revolutionary.
yeah. John Wick says AB de Villiers clear. Dex also picks AB de Villiers. I agree. I mean, he
I
also,
picked AB as my greatest ever foreign player. So I agree.
yeah.
I'd pick Pollard.
Akash is saying no one picked Dhawan. I don't know whether it fits in. Again, very
Sean
good.
Marsh also, by the way. Huh?
But only
One
one
season
season. Yeah.
I think
He won the inaugural orange cap.
Yeah.
I think twice he was amongst the leading.
First year he won it, 2008 with
Yeah.
11 Punjab.
616 runs.
600 and some.
616.
I remember exactly how much.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Faf to Plessis, no.
Nah.
Shane Watson, people are saying. So, not so much. Nobody picked Dhawan. Gautam Gambhir and Adam Gilchrist, no.
No, Gambhir was gritty, but he wasn't someone
Yeah,
who.
yeah.
No. In fact, I would argue and say that in that KKR side, Uthappa was
But
the
can
most static batsman.
I tell you,
What about Dreras?
Dre Russ also?
But impact lacks, not one
No,
attack.
but you could say he's not about impact. One you enjoyed watching.
You
It
enjoy
could be-
I loved watching him decimate himself.
One more, and I'll tell you, I loved Rohit Sharma in the earlier Avatar.
2009.
Deccan, man, he was fantastic to watch.
He could bowl a bit also. Got a
Yeah,
hat-trick.
Like
yeah.
2 hat-tricks in 5 days.
Yeah.
No, but his batting at that time, young guy, fearless, the way he would put
Ended
him.
Mashrafe
What a
Mortaza's
batting
IPL
lineup that used to be.
Like
Rohit
Deccan
Sharma, Shahid Afridi, Adam
Gibbs.
Gilchrist,
Yeah.
Gibbs also.
Andrew Simons.
They had Gibbs, Andrew Simons, Afridi.
Not in 2009.
In 2008, he was there.
He was there, yeah. 2008.
Gilchrist. That was the batting lineup.
Yep.
Wow.
Crazy. And they finished last. By the way.
Yes.
Then
RCB just
then
finished
won
that.
the next season.
Yeah.
Second season won from last.
Thanks to their bowlers.
Oh, they also had Vives Lakshman, but no one ever remembers him.
Yeah.
He was-
They did.
he
He
was
was a
icon-
marquee
He
player.
was the marquee player.
and captain.
Icon player, Mark.
Yeah, icon, marquee, whatever. Yeah. So as Prakash Jha said, he's picked Dhoni for overall impact. I agree. Over the years, he could also be a contender. GGK says Rohit Sharma best to watch when in flow. That young Rohit Sharma,
Yeah.
looked very good. Middle order used to back up. Fantastic. So many to choose from. Yuvraj, yeah, but Yuvraj didn't have that kind of.
But
He
Yuvraj
had
is
some
IPL.
very fine innings, but not that consistent.
He was, yeah. Although he's part of 2 title wins.
But Yuvraj in his IPL made a greater impact on the auction table than he did on the pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Agreed.
Exorbitant prices from every franchise than Underwell. It hurts me saying it. I loved watching the guy for India.
Yeah,
But
for
in the
India,
IPL,
too, we discussed yesterday.
But for IPL, he was a little
We, in fact, in our discussion yesterday, picked him ahead of Dhoni for India impact.
match winners.
Yeah.
In white ball cricket.
The greatest match winner ever.
But not in IPL.
Yeah.
Not so much. I think he underwhelmed there.
Yep.
चले कुछ है शिवम लेने के लिए कल का मैच somebody asked us what is the match tomorrow
Sunrisers versus
Kolkata Knight Riders.
In Kolkata.
in Kolkata.
Kolkata.
Yep.
I'm picking SRH since I picked them to win top 4.
Yep.
बताओ
Oh
quickly. अरे
क्या?
everyone's tongue tied.
KKR. I'm going with KKR.
KKR.
I don't need to answer.
Hi.
KKR.
Only one. I'll be Rahul
This is
tomorrow.
in Eden.
The only
That's
one
Eden.
who picked that.
Spin trio.
Okay, Shivam's giving me company. Yeah, Shivam. 2 of us.
Oh, but again, Shane. Oh no. I forgot tomorrow was necessary. I'm wearing orange again tomorrow.
But you can change it.
Change your color. Why?
I don't have any other color.
You have 4 shades of yellow. Wear one of them.
CSK game.
Exactly.
Remember, I'm preparing it for the biggest match that we are yet to face.
Which is?
RCB.
Really?
5 days later. Yes.
Even they don't consider it the biggest match.
I know. See, for RCB, it's a no hope situation. For us, there's still a bit of hope. A bit. Yep.
Okay, see you. Bye bye. Take care. Good
Nandri,
night.
see you
Vanakkam,
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Kid Raj.
By the